Contract, the written or spoken agreement between two or more parties intended to be enforceable by law. Let's talk about it. All right, contracts are enforceable, especially private ones. You got to remember, when you're the sovereign and you're bringing and creating your own law, it is very, very powerful and it is enforceable. Most people only think that contracts are the piece of paper that you hold in your hand. This is merely the memorialization of what transpired between the parties. The contract is actually held first verbally and then verbatim. This doesn't really apply with all these apps that are going on nowadays, which you can only click accept or not. But typically, wet ink on a contract is more powerful and trumps any typed or printed words on a document. Unfortunately, due to the Rockefeller-funded indoctrination camps, which we call the public fool system, we are taught to just sign our names on any document we receive without even proofreading it. Just sign your name at the top, signature on there, and don't proofread, and you're good. But there is something called a restrictive endorsement. You can sign any way you want. You can strike out letters and words and sentences on contracts if you want. You can sign as a grantee, a beneficiary, the trustor. You can put special instructions. You can put reserve rights. You can put this document's in Admiralty Maritime. You can sign anything any way you want because we are the sovereigns with the unlimited power to contract. Now, contract is meaning bringing together, like contractual obligations. Now, we are the ultimate sovereigns with unlimited power and potential. So what a contract is, it is bringing that together. It is closing it down with words and documents. Anybody who's been following my videos will notice that I spit random knowledge bombs in the middle of nowhere. They might seem like they don't have a purpose, but they're important because if you watch all my videos, you can start to put all of these golden puzzle pieces together to create a giant overall picture to understand what's going on. When it comes to the world of legalese or lawfulness, it is very, very important. Every single word means things, especially if it's on a document or if it's put in a box. Those mean different things. And when you're presented commercial offers, whether that is through the voice or if you are given a piece of paper, it is very important the way that it is conducted or drafted. Now, a spoken agreement is enforceable by law. You have to be able to prove it, and the best way is through the memorialization of an affidavit or agreed upon written contract. But you can also establish a record between two or more witnesses. It is important, if you're going to be creating your own law, to understand what the public can see and view and accept. So exceptions to the hearsay rule is very important to understand. If you watch my video on debt collector, you will understand if you are trying to get somebody into a contract, if they stay silent when you serve them notices, that is actually tacit agreement to the contract. They are acquiescent. And you can create agreed upon contract guidelines and terms just from somebody staying silent. If you watch my video on being sovereign in court part 2, you'll understand that you can create your own law. You can create your own record. You are the postmaster. You are the enforcer. You are the ultimate sovereign that can invoke any jurisdiction you want. You can invoke admiralty. You can invoke common law. You can invoke equity, which is the very highest form of law. It is the spirit of the law. It is the most powerful and important foundation to grasp and understand when it comes to lawfulness. Contracts are dynamic and they are fluid, and you have 3 days according to international commercial law to rescind any signature on a contract. After 3 days has expired, that does not mean the contract is forever and permanent. You can then create new terms and guidelines according to your will, however you want. You have to serve notice and start establishing a record. So have fun, because you are the unlimited sovereign with the unlimited power to contract.